Hello everybody and welcome to a train simulator video. Today we're driving a class 455 electric multiple unit from Waterloo to Hampton Court. So the first thing we need to do is turn off the pause menu. And then what we need to do next is we need to press Shift and W to insert our master key. Then put the train into gear by pressing S and acknowledge the automatic warning system with Q. Put the train into neutral gear. And then we can open up our doors with T and U. And also go to the external view. And we need to set our destination display to Hampton Court. So I think it's F7, yeah, F7. And I think I need to actually press F8 to go back up. Or F7. Try it the other way around again. There we go, Hampton Court. And if I just press the F1 briefing via Surbiton, so that is Shift, and we will try F7. Shift and F8. We're looking for head code 30 next to Surbiton. There we go. Via Hampton Court via Surbiton, head code 30. Then we need to set up our headlights with H. There we go. And that is the train ready for departure. The scenario we are playing comes with the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 455 Volume 2 Enhancement Pack, which features sounds of the Vlosh traction motors, which were installed in the 455s on the southwestern region a couple of years ago. Though even since their major traction motor overhaul, they are now due to be replaced by Class 701 units in the not too distant future. So departing Waterloo, we've got a starting speed limit of 15 miles per hour. And we've got roughly just about a mile to go to our first station stop at Vauxhall. As we travel through the central London area, frame rates may be a little bit choppy. Well, they should ease once we go beyond Wimbledon. Having said that, they seem to be relatively stable at the moment. I'm getting roughly 25 frames a second. And this is the first Train Simulator Classic video which I am doing on my new computer since I purchased it. On the new PC, I can now run Train Simulator at max settings. And from what I've played so far, it's nice to have train sim running on my PC when the PC isn't running at full whack to display the graphics, and that's putting it politely. Having said that, I think on my last machine, train sim ran reasonably well on high graphics settings and at a locked 30 frame rate. The speed limit has jumped up to 60, but it is going to drop down to 40 just before the next signal. But we are slowing down to stop at Vauxhall soon. Just going to start applying the brakes just to bring us down for this 40. And I'm going to start slowing us down again now for the station stop. And it's looking like we have to stop at the end of the platform here, or at least until we find an 8-car stop sign. Which is right down at the end. And we'll stop about here. So here we are at Vauxhall. Interchange point for the Victoria line. Just going to turn my frame rate counter on for Clapham Junction just to see what sort of frames we're getting, because I know Clapham is quite an intensive area for train sim. Speed limit has jumped back up to 60. Having a bit of a race with this 450 here. And that 450's slowing down to stop at Queenstown Road. And as we get closer to Clapham Junction, the frames are dropping a little bit. .15 FPS is usually the average for Clapham Junction. And here we are at Clapham Junction. That's funny. Inside the cab, the frame rate's a little bit higher, around 20 odd FPS. But when we go outside, they drop a little bit. Just purely down to the graphical intensity, really. I know it's been reported recently that Dovetail are working on optimisation for Trameson Classic, which would be very much welcome. So I'm sort of tempering my expectations for it. Because the one thing you don't want them to do is inadvertently break all the DLC that's come out for it over the past 12 years or so now the game's been out for. Our next station stop is at Earlsfield. Roughly a mile away. Going to start slowing down for Earlsfield now. And here we are at Earlsfield. See if we can get a screenshot whilst we're waiting here. Take off the FPS counter as well so that doesn't show up in the thumbnail. Seems like we're slipping a little bit here, so just reapply power. And here we are at Wimbledon. Speed limit is still 60 as we depart Wimbledon, and we've got about 1.5 miles to go to Rains Park. Can already see that we are going to fail the scenario because we didn't stop at a couple of stations on time. But really, at the end of the day, it's not something that really fusses me as much as it used to. It's more important to me of how you enjoy playing the scenario itself, rather than actually getting that green tick on the scenario list at the end of it. So we're going to slow down to stop at Rains Park now. Next station stop is New Malden. Oh, we just slightly overshot the platform there. At least all the doors are on, so that's a bonus. I should also mention that this is also the first video I'm doing since Armstrong Powerhouse released a signal enhancement pack, which gives updated visuals to the UK Pro line of signals, which is seen in many train sim routes, and also custom scripting as well. And also, this is the first video since they've updated the Sky and Weather Enhancement Pack as well, which is a paid upgrade, and that introduces a slew of new weather patterns and more high and different cloud textures as well. Next station stop is at Berrylands. And the speed limit is raised up to 80. And the maximum speed of a 455 is 75. And we're going to start reducing power now and prepare to stop. On the approach to Surbiton, we have a 20-mile-an-hour speed restriction. That's due to the tight curves around the platforms. And the speed limit is coming to effect before the before we pass the post on the HUD. And here we are at Surbiton. After Surbiton, we will be calling at Thames Ditton and Hampton Court. And at Surbiton, we will be branching off the Southwestern Main Line. Speed limit is now 35 miles per hour. Speed limit is now 30. We've just got to watch the train speed now as we are on a downwards gradient as we come off the flyover. And here we are at Thames Ditton, our final intermediate calling point before Surbiton. Speed limit is now 45 miles an hour. And we've got less than a mile to go to Hampton Court. Need to bring the train down to 30 miles per hour. And we are being routed into platform 1. And here we are at Hampton Court. So I'll just wait for the doors to close and then we'll see how we did. And there we are, that's it. That's the end of the scenario. So yeah, although we did actually stop at all the stations, we didn't stop at them on time. We didn't stop at a few of them on time, so that's why we failed the scenario. But apart from that, it was a really nice run. I loved the amount of AI as well. So what I shall do is I shall leave a link to Train Sim Classic where you can purchase it on Steam. I'll also leave a link to the Portsmouth Direct Line add-on, and I shall also leave a link to Armstrong Powerhouse's website where you can purchase the second volume of the Class 455 enhancement pack if you fancy having a go at this particular scenario. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and take care.